Barry is the HBO show starring Bill Hader. It is the comedy drama
Whoa,
series.
whoa, 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 whoa! It's not just starring Bill Hader. It is written by, showrun
Yep.
by, and most of the episodes are directed by Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Later don't
So
play.
big showcase for Bill Hader. The comedy drama series starring him, written, directed, produced, everything by Bill Hader as well. So in this series, you have a simple concept: an assassin turned actor, looking for his true calling. Decides like, yeah, maybe killing people maybe isn't the life for me anymore. I want to do something that makes me happy. Stumbles upon an acting class and go like, I think this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like that. It's like that question of what if you're only good at one thing, but that one thing you're good at is also destroying you.
yeah, very good point. And Bill Hader, I mean, years on SNL. And I always thought he was very great on SNL. You know what I mean? I thought he was a great comedic
Excellent.
talent on that. Had a lot of great characters on there. Usually with a sketch
He's a
with.
big. He's a big part of why I ever got into.
Yeah, and I did. I liked him on that a lot. You see, he's kind of after he's left SNL, kind of ventured past that. You see him kind of pop up with some other stuff, like he was in Trainwreck, the Amy Schumer film, which I also really loved him in that as well. Here, it's a very different departure. I think you've seen mostly from Bill Hader because you've mostly seen him in comedic stuff. Here, it really gets to stretch a lot of his drama side on here, and you've seen, typically with a lot of comedic actors, they can be very good at drama. You see it across the board
Oh, yes.
with a lot of stuff. Bill Burr, for instance, I've seen him pop up a lot of stuff recently. I'm going to be talking about
He's a great.
I'm going to be talking about a show that he was a guest in called Reservation Dogs next week. That he has a little guest spot on that, and he's great in that. But yeah, Bill Hader, I mean, he really does, really, really have great dramatic ability and dramatic range, and it's just like, why hasn't this guy been, in more kind of dramas himself for this? I've only seen the first season. Where are you guys at, season wise?
I'm all the way caught up. I've seen all 3 seasons. It is a ridiculously easy show to binge because it's like 8 half-hour episodes.
Okay. Jenna, have you seen the show?
Season 3.
No.
Okay.
I feel bad because everyone's like, Gina, you would love this show. So I'm actually gonna sit down and watch it because wait, this is not HBO. This is what, Showtime?
HBO.
This is HBO.
Oh, this is HBO. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will definitely watch it. I think, yeah, I haven't. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it at all. But I do love Bill Hader. He's actually one of my favorite actors in the fucking universe. I love him. So, but I didn't know this was written and directed by him. So I'm actually probably gonna binge that bitch tonight. Like as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna probably end up watching all 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's a quick binge. Each episode is 30 minutes.
It is.
Usually the final
Yeah, I hear
episodes.
nothing but good things about it. Like I've heard nothing but amazing reviews about this show. I heard it's better than. I guess people are mad at Dexter. I don't know because I haven't watched Dexter either.
So it's
Okay. It is
People seem to
very.
like this better.
It is very tangentially similar to Dexter in the way that both shows are about murderers, but Dexter from the jump shows you that yes, Dexter is a fucking psychopath and needs to be put down.
Yeah.
And this show, at least when it starts, it's like yes, Barry is very good at killing people, but he is at a point where he doesn't want to do this anymore. And he is trying to like actively transition out of that life.
It's like the 15-minute mark of VH1 behind the music before they fully fall into the pit. Like that's basically what it like.
So it's like before they put that like.
Yeah, exactly. It's like before they wake up, like outside of like some random neighbor's lawn or some shit. Like it's like he wants to be a good person, and just circumstances are not allowing him to be. And the more things go on and the more things evolve, you just go, man, there just may be no escaping, like what he is. And it just feels tragic after a point. You just kind of go, God damn. But everyone on that show knows their role and fits it perfectly. Like no one is trying. Like it's ironic that they're dealing with a theater class where people, one character in particular, goes ahead and is overstepping and giving her fellow actors absolutely fucking nothing, and yet this show is perfect as far as giving every single person who's prominent in the show something to do.
If Bill Hader is like the captain of the ship, every single one in this cast is bringing their A game. Stephen Root plays a Fuchs, who is basically Barry's like handler, and he is so, cowardly, despicable. Every time he is on screen, I want more of him, but I also want Barry to beat the fuck out of him. Sarah Goldberg plays a Sally Reed, another aspiring actor that ends up being involved with Barry, and the way because on the surface she is very like seemingly good natured, but she is basically a sociopath. She is like a full on narcissist.
She's a fucking bitch.
Every single scene is yeah.
Like,
she is the worst.
She's fucking terrible. Like,
okay.
Like, Barry's killing people.
Yeah, she is. But Sarah Goldberg is fucking. Yeah, Barry is murdering people, and I still dislike her character so much more.
Okay, I'm only on season 1, so to me, I think she seems okay right now. So I got to see what you guys are talking
about. There's like one scene in season 1 where it's like after, because there's a scene where like this entire theater class are debating Macbeth, and Barry is like on the side of, hey, he's just a guy following orders, and it's very much mirroring, talking about layered writing and how he sees himself in that character. And everyone in the class is like, no, Macbeth is a fucking psychopath. He could have done none of that. And Barry kind of freaks out at them. And then they kind of remember that, yeah, he had to kill them. And Sally, and while the rest of the class is empathetic, Sally is like, yeah, but he shouldn't have yelled at us. I was like, bitch.
Yeah, it's, and the big thing that's, I think, I hope people get, it really does have this kind of dark commentary on how we treat people who serve when they come home. It's one of those things where you go, oh, like, and that's more prominent in season 2, where you learn more about who Barry was. And you kind of go, oh shit, that's a very dark thing that people don't talk about as far as killing, and it's quite fascinating how it adds another dimension to Barry as a character.
Yeah, and yes, so much of this is very much commentary on that. Also, commentary about being a performer, a writer in the industry as the show goes on, and of course, being a criminal. And the highlight of that side of the story is NoHo Hank, who's played excellently by Anthony Carrigan, who is he is so charming on this show that you almost forget that he is also a violent drug dealer.
Yeah, he's excellent. It seems like he's a big standout.
He wants people to just like him. Like he's just a very like.
There's a moment in season 2 that has me die laughing every time I read the show. It's like Barry, who's like kind of like thinking about his life, and he asks NoHo Hank, is like, am I evil? And NoHo Hank is like, without missing a beat, yeah, you're like the most evil motherfucker on the world. It's like he's trying to support his friend, but he's doing it the wrong way. and his performance only gets better as the series goes on.
And more layered.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And also, one of the final highlights is Gene Cousineau, who's the acting team Barry falls in with, who is played excellently by Henry Winkler. This is like an all-time great performance from Henry Winkler.
Yes, it is.
And he gets more layered as the show goes. Like, he professes that he's this great actor, but his glory days are long behind him. He's burned basically every fucking bridge you could possibly burn, and then burn it again.
Yeah.
Season 1, that ending too is such a whoa sort of ending without spoiling it. Like you just go, God damn.
Yeah, the
And
show is excellent at that. And something that Bill Hader said in interviews with the show, it's like the challenge every season is try to write themselves into a corner, and then they'll work on that the next season. And they still manage to consistently do that season after season of the show.
Mm. Mm. It's pretty impressive, guy that like Bill Hader is directing this, producing and starring in it, and doing such a wonderful job just straight out the gate with this, and being able to deliver so many great performances as well in this, like Henry Winkler, as well as who does a great turn in this, like the Anthony Carrigan character, who is a big standout supporting character in this. Are there any negatives for you with this?
Fuck no.
Mm.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
This is cinema. This is like I keep pointing to this show as like why we are in this like golden age of television.
Mm. Hunter,
And this is one of the best shows on TV I think I've seen in my entire life.
wow, okay. Even better than Better Call Saul.
It's on that same tier for me.
I love that pause.
I actually had to think.
Mm. All right. Better than something like The Wire.
I actually haven't seen The Wire.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, you might want to ask me that question when I catch up on this, because I like The Wire. I like The
so,
Wire.
so as someone who loves every season of The Wire, it is right there for the with The Wire for me. Like, I think the show is like it's so masterfully crafted. The season 2 finale is one of my favorite season finales ever. Like it is just like you're like god damn. It's weirdly reminiscent of Justified, where you're gonna watch the first season, you're gonna go, man, the first season of Justified is great, and then that second season hits, and you go, oh Jesus, let's go! Like it takes this incredible leap in its second season, and Barry acts the same way. You just feel the walls closing in around everyone in a way that adds tension and keeps you binging the show. Like it's it's such a I think Josh said it.
It's masterfully crafted television.
Yeah, like you can binge it so easily. My partner's not here this weekend, or I would be finishing season 3. I'm just like, I have to wait. But
shit, put up TV FaceTime. It's like, yeah, bitch, pull up HBO.
Right. We might have to do that, but one thing I love about this is that even though it is a comedy, the violence feels so real. It's brutal. The violence.
It treats its violence very realistically, and the show is like so funny at points that you forget how like dark and how brutal that the show can get. And the violence is treated, from what I can tell, very realistic, because there's like a scene where like one character gets shot in the head, and he's like in the death throes for a minute, and it goes on so long, and I was just like, I was like, my jaw was agape. I didn't know whether to laugh or not.
Yeah,
I think it's a series that balances the comedy and drama really well, and especially the violent stuff, as well as here. I think it does a great job at that. I'd love to see what Bill Hader would do with a feature film. Actually, to see kind of what he would do with that, with kind of his talents here. Hunter.
Well, I think they're writing and filming season 4, which all 8 episodes of that are gonna be directed by Bill Hader again.
Okay. And
because the previous 2 they've had like Alec Berg direct a couple episodes, Hiro Murai directed a few.
Okay, that'd be interesting. And Hunter, you said, what's your rating for this? Nick gave it This Is Cinema.
Oh yeah, this is cinema. Like this is like
fuck yeah.
This show is fucking excellent. It's one of those shows that just keeps twisting the knife more and more. Because that season 1 finale is great too.
In very much the same way of how it just keeps twisting that knife in.
But there's
it's almost like, is this show even a comedy anymore?
There is a shot, and this isn't a spoiler, but Barry descends into some darkness at a point in the season 2 finale. I can say that.
I can't give context to why.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite shots I've seen in a TV show. Like, it's a beautiful shot.
And scenes like that are mirrored later in season 3 with other characters, just pointing out how much of a virus that Barry is and how he just drags people down with him.
So that was Barry. Barry discussing that. I'll finish it up, come back to it. Season 3. I should be through with it. I mean, pretty quick binge. Should be through with it this weekend. All right, and season 4 is coming.
I rewatched I rewatched a couple episodes because I knew we were going to talk about it, and like the next day I was like finishing up season 3 again.
And season 4 is coming back next year in April or March.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, Footers.
Excited.
Yeah.